Now let us discuss magnetic field lines. First, let's see how we draw them. So if this is a current carrying wire, you can see that the magnetic field lines will be in shape of circles, and these circles, the plane of these circles is perpendicular to the wire at all the points. So it will form the loops around the wire. This is a smaller loop, this is a bigger loop. Now in a current loop, also we have seen how we can draw the magnetic field lines. So the direction of these field lines is given by right hand thumb rule. So if the current is going like this, the field lines will be coming out here and going back inside. These are also forming the closed loops. Similar thing is observed in magnets, bar magnets. So the fields will go out from north pole and terminate at south pole. This is a solenoid that also acts like a bar magnet. So in a solenoid also, inside the solenoid, magnetic field lines are parallel to each other, and outside they will go on and complete their loop and go back inside the solenoid. Now let us write down certain points about magnetic field lines. So they always form closed loops. Now current carrying loops as magnetic dipole. So we are talking about these loops. So a current loop produces similar magnetic field lines like a bar magnet. So they start from here, terminate at behind. Similarly, they are also starting from here and terminating at the back. In current loop or bar magnet, the end from which field lines are emerging is conventionally taken as north pole. So here the field lines are emerging on the right side. So right side is north pole. Here also right side is north pole. The end at which field lines are terminating is taken as south pole, the left side. Outside the bar magnet or solenoid, field lines travel from north to south. So outside the solenoid, they will travel from north to south. Inside the bar magnet or solenoid, field lines travel from south to north. Inside, they are like this. Finally, magnetic unipoles cannot be created. So if you take a magnet and you break it into two pieces, this end will again become north and this will become south, north and south. So you won't get only north part here or only south part here. So magnetic unipoles cannot be created. Now let us see again how we can decide which side of a loop or a magnet is north and which side is south. So identify poles in a current carrying loop. So this is a bar magnet, and like we discussed, a bar magnet is similar to a current carrying loop. So if you see from this, so here we can see that the lines are emerging. So this is the north pole, and here lines are terminating. So that is the south pole. So if you look from the right side, you will get a view like this. So inside the field lines are coming out, and outside they are going in the plane. And the current is going in counterclockwise direction. So the way to remember is you draw N and put arrows here, and arrows are aligned with the direction of current. So this is the north pole. If you look from here, the current will be in the clockwise direction. That coincides with the arrows on S. So this is the south pole. So this is one way to identify poles, but we will not do it like that. We will do it like this. Poles can also be identified by right hand thumb rule. When fingers curl in the direction of current, thumb gives north pole. So if you see here, in the direction of current, you curl the fingers and the thumb will give the direction of north pole. So we are going to use this convention always. It's you don't have to draw anything, and it becomes very quick once you know how to do it. So this is how you identify poles in a current carrying loop. And these were the points about magnetic field lines.